I'm not a woman. I was born as a man.
What in the crying game sick joke is this? If that was me, someone's getting hurt physically. What is going on, everybody? I am Ty Smith. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your evening to view my content that I do here. Make sure you follow me on all the platforms you see up here and down here, all right? And also, hitting this button right here will recommend this type of content to you if you hit that, all right? Appreciate that. Pause. Anyway, y'all, man, they also, before I get going, if you see any products listed throughout this video, those are things I use for content creation, things I use for myself, things I feed my dog. Yes, people do wonder about my life and ask questions like that, folks. These are subscribers who have been following me for a long time and know what type of health nut that I am when it comes to things like that. So for some of you to like, who wants to know what type of deodorant? Because I don't use any deodorant that's not natural. Why? That's why. I don't use any dog food that's not natural either. Anyway, for those that have questions about that and think it's weird that I post that, but yeah. Guys, this right here is one for the records right here. And I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely a sick joke. And it happened years ago, but my God, y'all have to see this one. You have to see this one. Look, this is sick. Absolutely sick. The moment Miriam Rivera told contestants she was a transgender woman on Sky Cruel reality show, and they went on a rampage. Miriam, Death of a Reality Star on Channel 4 explores the life of Miriam Rivera. Y'all, this is crazy. This is the moment that Sky's cruel dating show came crashing down as 6 male contestants were told they have secretly been dating a transgender woman for weeks. You can say what you want to, Tom, and if it's I don't care what you say. You can say what you want to. This is not funny. This is not a joke. This is sickening. Okay, let me finish with this. The 2003 Sky One British reality series, There's Something About Miriam, flew the boys out to a luxury 4-star villa in Ibiza, however you say that, with the aim of wooing the stunning Mexican model Miriam Rivera, then only 21, for a $10,000 prize and a romantic yacht trip. Yet the punchline of the show was an incredibly cruel one. After Miriam chose her winner, she told the unsuspecting contestant that she was a transgender woman who had undergone gender affirmation surgery. New Channel 4 series Miriam, Death of a Reality Star explores the consequences of the producer's decision to exploit the boys and Miriam's identity for shock value. The second episode of the show, titled The Truth, airs on Tuesday night and shows the moment the producers had been waiting for when winner Tom Rook was finally told the truth. But the naive producers had underestimated the sheer anger of the boys when they realized they had been lied to and that the emotional damage it would go on to cause. After choosing Tom, then 23, as her winner, his winner, Miriam is a guy, that's a dude. Born a male, that's a dude. So even though they wrote it this way, I'm going to start referring to him as what he is, which is a man. After choosing Tom, then 23, his winner, Miriam told the boys, I tried to be honest with all of you as much as I can. Yes, I'm from Mexico, I'm a model, and I'm 21. But Tom, I really love spending time with you. I love men. I love being a woman or pretending to be a woman, but I'm not a woman. I was born a man. His words, which friends believed were scripted by the crew, were initially met with laughter from the 5 of the boys and pure shock from Tom. In the reality show, described as the most explosive dating experience of a lifetime, Todd had grown close to Miriam and had even been filmed getting intimate with him and kissing him passionately. Passionately! He got lured and tricked and deceived into kissing what he was told was a woman, and it turned out to be a man. I will go complete. Let me stop. Because this is He was left speechless, but he couldn't contain his shock as his eyebrows raised in disbelief and he began uncomfortably scratching the back of his head. Y'all see how my shoulders just relaxed there? Woo. Crew member Leo McRae recalled the documentary. It was so incredibly uncomfortable, it felt like all the air had been sucked out the room. And Tom was gasping and looking at all the deceit. Although Tom initially said he'd still go on the yacht trip because we're all good friends here, a behind-the-scene interview revealed his true thoughts. Speaking to the camera, he said, "I'm very shocked. I wouldn't want to spend a week on a boat with someone I didn't trust and deceived me. I was being honest in that house, and he, speaking about Miriam, wasn't. He was lying to everybody, and he doesn't have that right." After the initial shock, the boys grew angry. Former contestant Toby Green recalled that runner-up Scott Gibson went berserk, and soon things began to spiral out of control. Scott, a martial arts instructor, began to smash the set up and even chase the director around the pool. You're darn right, you. Oh, it wouldn't have been no chase. I would have caught him. Y'all don't understand? This is sick. I don't care what trans person, what LGBTQ, I don't care what any of y'all have to say in this particular case. I don't hate y'all. I don't have nothing against y'all. But if you deceive straight men into kissing on and trying to compete for somebody that's not a real woman, that is completely wrong. And I'm telling you right now, y'all, the Holy Spirit would have to come. Jesus would have to come. That would be the day that Jesus would come back to rapture the world that people think he's going to rapture. That would have to be the day, because I'm telling you, it would take all my might to not only hurt Mir. I'm going after the director. I'm going after the producers. I'm doing with this dude. I'm smashing stuff. I'm throwing stuff at them. That is crazy. Anyway, it said he began to chase the director around the pool. When psychiatrist Dr. Garrett Smith spoke to the boys to try to calm them down, they chillingly blamed Miriam instead of the production crew. At one point, Dr. Smith even recalled one of them saying, "I'm going to effing kill her." Tom, who was an actor, was worried about how the show would affect his career, reportedly telling Garrett, "I can't be a gay actor." The producers had employed a series of underhand tactics to deceive the boys, including offering them an indecipherable contract, deliberately avoiding the use of pronouns, and even eliminating contestants if they began to suspect the truth. As a result, the boys were furious. The contestants were flown back to London, where they decided to launch an injunction to stop the show from even being aired. The men alleged conspiracy to commit sexual assault, defamation, breach of contract, personal injury in the form of psychological and emotional damage. They eventually settled for an undisclosed amount, and the show aired the following year. The massive scandal reportedly cost Sky TV £750,000, according to the claims in the documentary. But the producers' naivety was also shown in their treatment of Miriam herself, who tragically passed away in 2019, which Mexican authorities held to be suicide, although his husband was always insisted she or he was murdered. I don't think they were murdered. They could have been, but it could have been both ways. Unlike the boys, who had the psychiatrist brought in for them, Miriam was given no support despite coming out to the world and receiving a torrent of abuse. His words after the finale was filmed revealed just how vulnerable he was feeling at the time. He said, "I went back to the hotel and I was shaken from the experience. I didn't know if they were going to punch me or attack me." Yes, and I would have been one speaking out. "Yes, let me catch you out. You're getting it." "I wasn't out to hurt anyone's feelings." You were too, because you were in on it. You knew that those dudes were straight. Rest his soul. You knew that those guys were not gay. Well, trans was, stop. It's a man. Look, you have to be done playing these Looney Tune games. You are a man with a fake vagina that's made out of your scrotum tissue. You have a wound down there. You don't have a vagina. You don't have a vaginal canal. You don't have a cervix. You don't have ovaries. You don't have no fallopian tubes. You don't have a cervix. You have a gaping wound that if you left it alone, the body will heal it, because the body don't even recognize it as a vagina. You are a man and you deceived other men. Now you want to play victim. I know that he's dead, y'all, but I'm just saying, that's crazy. Tar, you're transphobic. No, I'm straight. You straightophobic. I'm told you, I'm done with the bull crap with these folks on this stuff. I've been done with it anyway. I wasn't out to hurt anyone's feelings. No one in the crew would talk to me. They were all my friends during the film, and now they don't want to talk to me. I feel really upset and alone. Dr. Smith, who was brought in to offer support to the boys, reflected, I had been brought in, he said, ostensibly, whatever that is. I don't know what that word is, y'all. Ostensibly to look after the boys. He said, ooh, I'm sweating, y'all. This stuff got me pissed. No one had given a thought to how Miriam might feel. The reveal was her coming out to the world, and as far as I was aware, Miriam hadn't been psych tested. How would he deal with the rejection? Not just from one. No, doctor. No, we are not about to sit here and act like Miriam is the victim. Miriam knew exactly what he was doing when he did this. I hate that y'all do stuff like that. Miriam was in on it. I was told that you could have been truthful. You could have been truthful, and this show could not have went on. But for fame, for money, I don't know what they were in it for. I don't know what Miriam was in for it. But obviously, it wasn't the truth. Miriam was already a vulnerable position when the show was filmed in 2003. When he, 21, he had began taking hormones at age 11 and was living as a woman by the time he was 16. But his father, Fernando Mendoza, never accepted his identity and even brought in a minister to the family home to exorcise the demons from his body. Left traumatized by the ordeal, Miriam fled home for Tijuana on the U.S.-Mexico border, where he began working in the club. Despite the fact that Miriam was clearly vulnerable, the TV executives who worked on their Something About Miriam continued to defend their decision on Channel 4 documentary. When asked how he felt about the deception, production executive Joe Josan said, I didn't feel anything. I'm in the business of making television shows. These people are evil at the expense of people's lives. I didn't feel anything about the format that I felt was bad or wrong. I didn't feel that way. I really didn't. Do I think it went beyond any moral codes of conduct? No. Man, I would be. And speaking about Miriam, he added, the whole premise of the show was the reaction. That's just the nature of TV programming. This idea that this poor young man was plucked out of Mexico and dumped into this situation, he was a savvy, clever woman. He knew exactly what he was getting into and why, and he wanted to be a part of it, which is exactly what I said. The show's executive producer, Remy Blumfield of Brighter Pictures, admitted in a 2022 interview, I don't feel like I was cruel in making it. I feel like I was incredibly naive. The intention of the show was for viewers to watch it and to relate to Miriam's story. BS. Ben & J, which acquired Endemol in 2020, said in a statement posted on the show, Ben & J does not in any way support the editorial concept of the production processes of the show. We champion inclusivity, and prioritize welfare. The management responsible for this show no longer work with the company. Sky later apologized and removed There's Something About Miriam from its platform. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, somebody would have got hurt. Y'all like, Ty, where were you reading from? This is all the stuff I was reading from. I just didn't want y'all to catch a head and see it. Y'all, I guess that's him right there. That's him right there, and he killed himself. That is absolutely messed up. It's deceitful. It's wrong. Whatever this amount that they settled for, it had to be an amount that had to be completely astronomical. Let me listen to this real quick to see if they can play the video so I can see what this person sounds
Whatever
like.
your business needs, Vistaprint can print it. Like packaging from tape to thank you cards, or merch from t-shirts to caps, even a logo that you can put on all that. Because with Vistaprint, the printabilities are endless. New customers get 25% off at Vistaprint.com.
I'm not a woman. I was born as a man.
As soon as you said, I am not a woman, all the boys started to laugh, and that's when I thought, shit. But they weren't her words. Miriam's final reveal was written, that was scripted. I overheard a conversation about how they would work. But She said them, so they become her words. You know, I was born a man, is what she said. So they immediately thought, I've just fancied a man.
Bro, y'all. Look what this did. All for the sake of fame. This person is no longer with us anymore. All for the sake of doing something for these evil producers, executive producers, and these directors. Miriam, I don't even know his real name. He is no longer here with us. Suicide can very well be. Getting murdered, that can very well be. Both of them are in equal balance in my mind of what happened to him. I'm just keeping it real. For those of you that think that I'm transphobic, ask me if I care. I'll flip around and say, you know, you're straightophobic. That's what you are. Miriam was straightophobic. Miriam wanted somebody gay. Miriam wanted a dude that liked him, which made him gay. And those guys on the show were not gay. Boy, I wish these dudes would come out. I would love to interview them and talk with them about this, man. And I'm telling you, that guy that was a martial artist, I'd have been right there with him. I'm hurting somebody. I would have smashed so much of their stuff. I wouldn't have cared about going to jail, whatever like that, because guess what? I was tricked. Y'all, anyway, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. Y'all think I'm kind of out of pocket for this? Whatever the case may be, y'all let me know by leaving in the comments below after this video. Don't forget to hit this like button right here so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. And I know it's going to be a lot of folks out there that's going to be pissed about this, whether you are trans, whatever like that. But at the same time, it might be a lot of you trans out there to be like, no, that's absolutely wrong to do something like that. You need to reveal that. You need to reveal. Folks, y'all have no idea how many people have lost their lives over this. You don't believe me? Just type in Google right now, a man beat a trans to death because he found out that there was a man when he went to that man's apartment and it was a trans and he didn't serve no jail time for it. Anyway, y'all, again, let me see what y'all got to say in the comments below after this video, all right? I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Even these guys in this video here. God bless you all through Jesus.